Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Game 3 of AlphaGo Zero versus AlphaGo Lee. Okay, the first five move, okay, is much the same, okay, for the game 1, game 2, game 3, and go to move 8 and go to move 10, okay. It's almost the same as game 2, but there will be a different move 11. Okay, the 11, black 11, okay, in the game 2 is here, in the game 1 is here. Okay, we call it 3 space lower pincer. Here is 3 space higher pincer. As we mentioned in the game 2, okay, and the game 1, okay, that's pincer action, okay, is the intent for the pincer action is try to engage capturing race, and that's the only thinking of the classical Go, okay, like AlphaGo Lee or then Go 7 and Fine Art. But, however, okay, AlphaGo Zero and AlphaGo Master, okay, except AlphaGo Lee, okay, did not use pincer action. And actually, they don't think pincer action is very effective. And as I mentioned, that's against modern Go's 5 principles. First, it against the first principle, battling without capture race. And secondly, okay, it violates, okay, the second principles. Why? The second principle says acquiring territory to win. So if black abide by the second principle, the black 11 should go to here, go to corner and closure, because corner and in the beginning of the Go game, the corner and closure by nice move or large nice move can, with one move, you can acquire at least 15 or 20 points. And if you do, okay, either side, their side or their side. But if you put your black stone here, then, okay, you will not have any point. Watch this. Okay, if you put here, then you get 15, then you will win. But right now you only get 1 point here. Then, okay, let me mention again. That's kind of estimations. Okay, it's only for references. Okay, and you have to have a different interpretation for that, because that's the territory counting. Okay, every professional and every AI Go game, they have their own territory counting strategy. Okay, which place counts as a black, which place counts as a white. Okay, they have a different policy, different rule, but actually you can have that as a references. Okay, so that's at the least you will against second principle. You will not do the corner and closures. You put your stone on the side, and it is the third principle you against. The third principle again. The third principle says not leaving weak groups. With your pincer actions, that will be weak groups in the development of the game. Why? Because you threat his life, and he is going to escape, and in the meantime he is trying to attack you. Watch this. Trying to attack you. 2 stones here, you only have 1 stone, and then it goes there, it goes there, it goes there, it goes there. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, try to battle with you and try to fight against you. So so you become what? Weak group. So that's against third principle. And that will against the fourth principle. Why? You see, the fourth principle says taking an outward posture. Outward posture means you want to take a position at least on the fourth line. See, they have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth line, they have 3 stones here, and then you have a third line. Okay, you have 2 stones here. So, white abides by the fourth principle, taking an outward posture, and you take the inside posture. That's against that. And still, okay, you are not doing the fifth principle, leaving lined lines or edges. You see, the white stone is a kind of lined lines. Okay, it looks like it's in danger, but you see, it can go outside and then it can go to the corner. But you, the 3, you cannot be giving up because you already have 3 stones. But this has 1 stone, then white can give it up anytime to more outside potentials. So the lesson we learn from the AlphaGo Zero is never use pincer action. If someone uses pincer action, then you use your weapon tool. Okay, that's the weapon tool to fight against them or try to capture the pincer move. Okay, so the 19, okay, black 19 has to escape. Otherwise, that position are occupied by white, then the 3 stone dead. Okay, so right now it's very important to have white 20. That's the third weapon. It's a 3-3 precision invasions. But you see, the 3-3 precision invasions is not the same as people always think. It's very simple invasions. So it is purpose just want to acquire more territory, okay, corner territory, and in the price, at the price of the outside potential. But that's not the case. Watch this. We have to learn from this game. Okay, the 3-3 precision invasion is very, very powerful. Line the mine. Okay, the fifth principles. Okay, the light mine means it's agile. It's very, very tricky. Okay, it can attack you. Okay, it can kill you. Don't underestimate it. Okay, so watch this. People always think 22 is bad move because you attach. Okay, you move too close to the black. Black is outside. Okay, outside, and you are inside. Fourth line, you are third line. But every principle has exceptions, and in some situations, inside position is much powerful than outside position. It can kill the opponents, the enemy's stop. Watch this. So then that is welcomed by black. In the first place, they try to capture that, but to the black surprised, white, okay, have 24. Okay, it looks like it's a very bad move because I have 24, you catch that, but then it comes out 26. That is very good. Okay, that's what we call the Tetsuki. It's a good move. Actually, I think I intentionally reduced to use the terminology, especially Japanese terminology, adapt to English because it's difficult to understand. I think modern Go, we have to invent our modern Go vocabulary and do use less, okay, conventional terminologies. That is not only difficult to remember, to understand, and make the situation very difficult. So we invent our own terminologies. Okay, 26. Then black think he is in advantage because then you see they try to select that's 2 stones. But watch this, 28, very important move because after that, if you try to do that capture 24, then they have a ladder here, and that's 2 stone there. Okay, then black has to answer by 29. And then, because black does not have time to kill that stone and that kill the rest of 3. So, by after answering that, white first put that, and then you have to answer again because then white have a position here, then you let's do that. Let's read that. At least there's one dead. If there's 29 dead, then what? Then white make it, then become a life group, then you will be in danger, and then you will be attacked. Black will be attacked both sides. So black has to answer by this. And then white 32. Okay, that is a living group. And black realized he is in very bad situations. Why? That's 26, as I mentioned, is a very powerful move. You see, it threats both sides. Okay, black has to do another one here to make a connection with this 3 group. And then white do Tanuki. Another one important move is 34. We have to learn that. That's very important. That's the second weapon combined with the third weapons, because you have Settle here, then you have 34. With 34, then you make a very strong group in the centers, in the outside. Is much better than the inside one. That's fourth principle, taking an outward posture. Because black 33 will threat, that's one. If somehow black take the 34 position, they need to attack both sides. That will acquire all the territory here. Then white has no chance to win. So after 34, okay, white can capture that stone and capture that stone. And but black cannot answer 38. Why? Because as a proverb to say, if in the beginning, if your move not worthy about 20 move, then you have to take new keys to someplace else. Okay, so he just low approach to 2. Why? Because that's very important. The move not only can threat less corner, it will have secure some base for the 4 stone in the side. Otherwise, that 4 stone can be in danger when black attack from that side. Okay, so that's good move for double purpose, and that will initiate the 4th weapons, okay, with the double low approach to the corner. So, but for white, we're not answer that one immediately. Okay, it will go another move. That is a very important move, and it's a very tricky move, because that's one move. It can have a living group in that side, will destroy all the territory potentially acquired by the black. So putting that way, that's the winning move. Okay, we have to learn from that, especially that's the outward posture, and either aligned minds, it will explode. Okay, when there is any battle here. Okay, but for the time being, okay, white will not initiate any fight, as we just mentioned. The first principles, okay, battling without capture risk. Okay, AlphaGo Zero never start a war. Okay, it only try to escape, try to fight against war, any war initiated by the opponents, by the enemies. So first they have very calmly, okay, they wisely have move 44 because he want to capture that move, that stone. Because if capture that stone and with this capture the 35, then it secure. It guarantee it will be a living group and then free from any further attack. And besides, that move can have some is a kind of a landmine, is an agent to try to invade the only territory, okay, the large territory, Moyo, okay, of black. If any invasion successfully invasion in that territory, then okay, the black is not going to win, no hope. Okay, now watch now. What's the territory counting now? White already have 2.5 point leads. Okay, so then again, black try to attack the 3 stone. That's the first weapon of AlphaGo Zero. But as we see in the previous 2 games, that will be not very effective, and it will be in vain. Okay, the point 46 is very important. At the first glance, it seems to try to move to attack that. But no, that is a move. It's a part of the force weapons try to combat double low approach. Okay, as we mentioned in the first 2 games, you see, even with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stone, the black still cannot threat the life of the 3 stone. In other words, it cannot kill them. Okay, then the black try to start the force battle. Okay, try to attack the star position. Okay, as we said, that's AlphaGo Zero used the force weapon. Okay, first he tried to do diagonal kick with the black 49. You see, with these 2 stones, that's very serious attack, because if he hand up, then that's that. Then white acquire a lot of territory, and black has no hope of winning this game. So he is going to go up, they try to go out. And then there's the force weapons we have to learn, very important, because there are different strategies with the game 1 and the game 2 and the game 3. See, there's different version, but each version can make the up left corner life. Okay, watch this, and you try to escape. Otherwise, if white goes to there, combined with those 2 stones, that's dead again. But with that one, still is in dangerous. Okay, so but that's still a vital position, because if white goes there, then they try to threat that 3. You try to kill me, and I try to kill you. But white in the outside position, and you are inside position. So then you dead, I live. And so then that's the very important move, because with that move, white can securely attack 2 sides. So black try to seal off the white, and then white ignore Tenuki again, because that's actually is a living group. Black can do nothing about them. You see, if you try to attack, you just have 2 eyes. Okay, so then I said now the third weapon, okay, the landmine explode now. Okay, watch this. It looks like black has very strong potentials here. And then you only have 1, 2, 3. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. But actually, that 3 is a line that might explode. Very powerful. Okay. Just tell you the end result. Right now, in the beginning, okay, they have a living group here. So then destroy every territory, possible territory that can be acquired by black. And so I said, move 22, 42, and 62 actually is a winning move. See how it works. So then he has to do that, otherwise it will make connection. And then that's 64 because you have the more or less the same situation. Then in the middle, the same shape. Okay, both sides. Then you have to attack from the middle position. That's the go provoke. Okay, so then he has to stop while escape to the central place, because then if he goes to the central in the middle place, you're not going to capture them. Okay, so then that's more or less is expected by the black. Then black have a very powerful 64, 66 actually can kill the 4 stone. If they can kill the 4 stone, then it will definitely leave and then destroy all the territory. So black has to escape from that position. If you make connection there, then he just seal you off. Okay, it's not easy, difficult for you to make a living. Okay, so he tried to escape, and then okay, the white go that position. If you do nothing, okay, then he just escape to the middle. Okay, so they try to fight against. Then that's usual. That's a very powerful way to fight. Okay, so go that, try to kill that 2, and then it goes there. Then okay, you have to do this, otherwise go down and then try to kill that. You only have 2 liberty, 2 C liberty. So you see the 64 is not a sacrifice, it's a landmine, it's a AJ, it's RJ. Okay, because you have to do that, then white has 84. Okay, in exchange, you have to do the inside move. They do the outside. Okay, outward posture, outside the move. That's the force principles. Okay, up to now, you see, white have a living group inside black territory. Okay, the potentials. So let's see how it works. The territory counting, white has large winning points, 13.5. Okay, so then you see that's the third weapon, and that's the landmine explode. Okay, after that, there seems no hope for black to win. Okay, so in other words, the same thing as the first in the second game about the second game is move 70. Okay, the Windows has been already decided, and that the rest of time is garbage time, image garbage time, and the second tier players come to the place and try to practice. In the Go game, that's the same things. The Windows already been decided. Okay, so we just okay, so we have to say something about this. Okay, you see the first weapon. Okay, you are not going to threat 95. It's still not a threatening move. Okay, so I'm just give you a complete record. You can study carefully by yourself. Okay, so watch this. Okay, so with 156, okay, then the bottom right corner, okay, is already leave, and still it can go there to the black territory. Okay, so okay, with 290 move at the end of the game, let's see the black wins 0.5. Okay, as I mentioned in the beginning, in this the second game, the AI program, okay, their target is set to half a point win or lose. As we mentioned in the 0.70, okay, in the 0.70 it's 84, okay, it's already win about 64. It's about 13.5 large winning points, but when it goes to the end, it's only half points. Okay, let's just go back to here. Okay. Oh, but in the end, you only lose about half point. But I just mentioned that's because the target is set to the half point. Target is half a point win, and the AI Go program will not pursue the largest winning point. Okay, because that's not the Go game. Okay, that's the capture race. Okay, but this game we have to explain very detailed why modern Go's 5 principles go along with the 4 modern Go's weapons can win over AlphaGo Lee, the representative of the classical Go game, and their only strategy is capture racing. Okay, thank you very much.